So Donald Trump rallying yesterday in Prescott Valley, which is a stronghold of Trump supporters, and suggesting he wasn't there to change voters' minds. So what exactly is this campaign strategy of talking to Trump lovers? Joining us is Arizona political strategist Stan Barnes, who heads up Copper State Consulting.
Good morning, Stan. Is Trump employing a strategy that ABC political analyst Steve Roberts suggested to Jamie and me last week? This is about motivation instead of persuasion. In other words, Trump's trying to motivate his base to vote rather than persuade anyone to come over to his side.
Yeah, hey, both of you, good morning. Thanks for having me on. I think so is the short answer. I've heard it said earlier, and I agree, this seems really like what we call base election. Both sides in the beginning certainly playing to their bases, like we've got to lock them in. And Trump has decided, to the extent he has any strategy going on in his head at all, it is that his point of view and his voters are the majority. All he has to do is get them to turn out. And I think on Trump's behalf, you didn't ask, but my own opinion is it's probably a good strategy because Trump is Trump. Everyone knows him. He has 100% name ID. Everyone has an opinion about him. So how to win an election, there's not a lot of room for conversion on people when it comes to Trump. There is a lot of room for activity and getting people out. So I do think that's what he's doing.
So, Stan, did it surprise you that Trump said this yesterday?
Early voting by mail and in person opened in Arizona earlier this week. So if you have a ballot, return it immediately.
Was it early mail-in voting part of the rigged election narrative that the former president and his allies seem to talk about since 2020?
Yeah, that's right. It was. And we saw how that worked out. So I think what they're doing is bowing to reality that whatever they were doing last time that was anti-mail-in voting and promoting same-day voting did not work. And so the new strategy, top to bottom, is get your ballot in now, and that's what they're doing unabashedly. No one remembers yesterday, Jamie. You could do it. You could say whatever you want. Look at Kamala Harris's record. She was this, now she's that. So politicians will shift gears to reflect reality.
I don't know. See if you agree with me on this, Stan. The way Donald Trump said it, it sounded to me like it was something he was told he had to say. On the early and mail-in voting part.
The early ballot?
Yeah.
That's funny. That's subtle, but you might be accurate there. It didn't, although he did give that kind of guttural, mail in your ballot kind of thing.
Yeah. He put his signature on it for sure, but it sounded like it's not something he didn't want to say.
Yeah, I'm sure he didn't want to, but it didn't work last time. So, he's a pragmatist.
We've been talking about the national polls this morning, Stan, and how instead of expanding the gap is actually narrowing between the two presidential candidates. Is this going to open up at any time in the next 3 weeks before ballots are cast at the polls?
No, I don't think so. I think we're going to go into election night in America and not know the answer and not have any clear indication. It's kind of amazing, really, the three of us amateur political scientists, that Ronald Reagan won 49 states when he ran for re-election in 1984, 40 years ago. He won California, he won Illinois, he won New York, he won Vermont. He didn't win Mondale's Minnesota. And no one is anywhere near anything like that. It is all about just these incremental victories in states that could go either way. So I don't think we're going to get a decisive look at a clear winner before the election day.
Yeah, and last go around, it was if three different states voted slightly differently, and we're talking 44,000 voters decided to change their vote, it would have been Trump that won.
Amazing.
And not Joe Biden. So this really is just coming down to the last minute. All right, thanks a lot. Stan Barnes there. He heads up Copper State Consulting.
Thanks for watching Arizona's Morning News. Click to watch more from KTAR News and hit the button in the middle to subscribe.